Text, an industrial technology presentation prepared by Brianna, Clarice, Dave, Sid, and Rund. March 2021.
In typography, the main difference between serif and sans serif font is that serif has tails, making it decorative and easy to follow with your eyes, and sans is simplistic and clean. In fact, the word sans means without. Serif font is used for titles and headings and commonly used as text in books. Sans serif font is classic body text as it is easy to read and process. It's neat and looks professional when used for a large block of text, generally digital text. Decorative fonts are generally not used as body text as it can be uneasy to read in large clumps of text. As you can see underneath the graphics, I've placed an example. However, due to the many variations in aesthetics, it is used for branding, art, logos, and other design forms. There are thousands of decorative fonts to suit any company and concept.
Bold. Bold font is used to highlight important and key words in text documents. By pressing the bold text option, any font becomes heavier and darker, drawing attention to the word. Underline. All text can be underlined. Underlining can be used to emphasize or indicate special text such as headings, titles, and subheadings. Italics are used to note text in essays, show characters' thoughts in books, and are used in scripts to set stage directions. Italics can only be applied to set fonts, such as basketball oldface, for example, cannot be italicized while the original basketball font can.
Left align. When you build a new text, this usually is the default setting. Each line of the left align starts on the document left's margin. The first word that does not suit on a line is moved to the left of the next line, which you type. This results in a left-hand straight margin and a right-hand ragged edge margin. Right align. This setting is often referred to as right justified, but is actually referred to as E flush right. It aligns the beginning of each line of the text with the document's right margin. The text extends to the left of the cursor as you type. The next line will begin along the right margin if you type more than one line. The result is as right-hand straight margin and left-hand ragged edge margin. The company names and addresses are often near the top of the business document using the right reasonings. Center line. The text expands equally to the left and right, leaving the same margin on both sides. Centered text is often used for document titles and may be appropriate for headers and footers as well. Justified. Justified text combines left and right aligned text. When a block of text is justified, each line fills the entire space from left to right, except for the paragraph indent and the last line of the paragraph. This is accomplished by adjusting the space between the words and characters in each line so that the text fills 100% of the space. The result is a straight margin on each side of the page. Justified text is commonly used in newspaper magazines and has become increasingly popular on the web as well. Indents. Indents are used to slightly displace and separate the text from the margin on either side. The decrease indent button moves the paragraph one tab stop to the left. An example of this would be a bullet list.
Formatting. Bullets organize information in a list using bullet points. On the other hand, numbers organize information in a list using numbers. It suggests items are sequential or have a hierarchy. For example, if you're writing a recipe, you'd organize the steps in the order you complete them. Changing the size of text will either increase or decrease the size. A bigger font size is usually used for headings or important text, whereas a smaller font size is used for large blocks of text. Changing the color of text is used to make the text more visually appealing. Color not only calls attention to text, but can also evoke emotion. For example, text colored in red can convey important information and can also represent emotions like anger or passion.
Stroke and Fill tool is essentially an outlining and filling tool used in Illustrator and other programs. It can be broken into two parts. Fill essentially means coloring in, or for a better term, In the case of a shape, like a circle, the fill is the interior of the shape. Stroke only draws stuff on the border of the path, or outline. Using the circle example again, the stroke is the border circumference of the shape, while the inside is the fill. Examples of this includes two programs. Word, where it has the tools that essentially follow the same principles of stroke and fill, and Adobe Illustrator. Word document uses a fill bucket tool to fill in tables and shapes, while shape outline tool is the stroke tool. By clicking these tools, it essentially shows a variety of colors and themes that you can choose. Adobe Illustrator uses the program on the shape. By clicking the tool on the top left, you're able to change the options you have. Using the image as an example, in image A, it shows the fill tool in action. When pressed again, it only shows the outline, image B. Lastly, clicking again shows both stroke and fill, image C. Headings is words written at the top of the body of text, used as a title. A variety of options can be used to make the title look professional, obvious, and clear. This includes bolded outline text, the title being a larger font, highlighted, and change of font from body text. Reasons as to why it's used is to tell the reader what the text is about, shows the topic clearly. All of this is applied onto website titles, documents, and projects. For example, use a heading on the informational document to present the reader what it's about in a larger font and bold text. Subheadings are essentially a heading given to a subsection of text in a piece of writing. It is clear, similar to the purpose of a main heading, except the font size will be smaller, and websites, Word documents, and other writing programs might use Underline or Bold tool. The importance of subheading text is to make the text stand out and attract attention for the reader, as it summarizes points for sections of the document and guide the reader down the page. An example is using the content page of the book. Paired with the heading of contents, subheadings are used in the content page that allow the reader to guide themselves and figure out what they need easily. To format paragraphs and documents, we use the paragraph dialog box to access the available options for formatting. These options include indentation, spacing, line, and page break. The steps to access the dialog box is first, select one or multiple paragraphs before formatting. The next and last step is going on the Home tab and clicking on any of the options in the paragraph section. An example is formatting a paragraph and stylizing it to your project and document style. Pagination is the process of dividing print or digital content into discrete pages. It also refers to the automated process of adding consecutive numbers to identify the sequential order of pages. Most word processors automatically paginate documents based on the specified page size, and identifying the sequential order of pages is as easy as inserting numbers into the margins of the page. You can see in the GIF that the different items are organized into multiple pages. Pagination organizes logbooks of text into multiple pages, breaking up the content to aid the reader and make content more user-friendly, increases page views and ad impressions, and also reduce server overhead and improve response time.